Hello again. Today I'm going to introduce you to a piece of kit that's actually got me quite excited, and it's just an indication, I suppose, of sort of how sad my life is. But I received a parcel this morning from Bernard at Modern Astronomy, and I'll put the URL up on the screen for Modern Astronomy. First, a quick word about Modern Astronomy and the packaging. Bernard there at MA is definitely missing out on his true vocation, because I can see that he's got skills that would save governments worldwide a lot of money, and that is by packaging supplies for war zones that could be dropped without the aid of a parachute, because they really are packaged that well. Now, first of all, if you're into sort of guiding, or if you're into piggybacking a scope, or even a DSLR on your main scope, then 9 times out of 10 you're going to be using something like this, maybe a second dovetail with a couple of guide scope rings on, and quite possibly you've got a scope like this one, which is the SkyWatcher ST18, which is probably the most common scope used for sort of guiding and for piggybacking. It's just a fantastic scope for the price. Now the thing is that one side effect of using that system, and one that I don't like, is that you can actually end up with dents on your scope tube, and they're caused by, obviously, by the pressure of the scope rings pushing on. It's not sort of anybody's fault as such, it's just a sad side effect of that system, and that's where this comes in. Now, if I passed you this piece of equipment and said to you, who makes this, then the chances are that 9 times out of 10 you'd come up with one of the companies that's got reputations for turning out solid engineering kit, solidly built kit, but at astronomical prices. This is actually made by SkyWatcher, and it's a sort of a piggyback guiding bracket. Now, the thing is that I've actually made this video about 3 times, because every time that I play with this I find a new feature with it. Now basically what it does is you piggyback this onto sort of your second dovetail on your rings, and then you can fit your scope, your guiding scope, using a small dovetail and just fix in like so. Now, like I said, it's got a lot of features. Now, once it's in place in a normal position, you've got an elevation screw, which is a nice, big, solid, hefty screw. Obviously, that changes altitude. And then on the side, we've got one for azimuth, where, again, it's just a good, solid movement. I'm really impressed with the build quality of this. It feels absolutely solid. Now, as I said, the more that I've been messing about with this, the more features that I've found. So let's just have a look at some of them features. Firstly, let's just say that you're into DSLR, or sort of piggybacking a camera. Now, I don't have a DSLR, but if you do, then there's also a screw here that is a normal camera sort of tripod thread, and you can actually fix a DSLR onto there. Now, the puck, which is on here, you can actually remove, and I'm going to show you that in a moment. Now, on the bottom, you can fix it to sort of a Los Mandy style dovetail, or there are actually holes there to fix it to a Vixen style dovetail, and you can piggyback it that way. Now, why would we want to take the puck off? Well, let's just have a look. As you can see, I've now taken out the 2 Allen bolts that fix this on, so in effect we can get the puck out of here. If you take the puck off, what you can then do is take the dovetail and mount it directly onto that plate. It just takes sort of a piece of kit out of the equation, or a joint out of the equation, and removes any possibility of sort of any flexure between sort of puck and dovetail. Having said that, I can't see there being much flexure in it, because, as I said before, it's just a really solid quality piece of kit. If you take this in your hands, it just feels absolutely brilliant. I'm over the moon with it. And like I said, you can just sort of fix a dovetail straight onto there with your rings on it. So let's just take a look at it fitted in place. Right, so obviously the next thing that you're going to want to know is how solid is it? How solid a piece of kit is it actually in use? Well, I can actually take hold of here where my ST80 is, and I can actually shake the whole mount without any problems whatsoever. There's just no movement in it. It's rock solid, and I'm sure if you sort of handled one, you'd know, it just oozes solidness and quality straight away. Now obviously I'm going to change this configuration a little bit and take these guide rings off when I can actually remember which drawer it is that I've put the original rings on for my ST80, and I will also probably take the puck away as well. Now it might be a good idea if you do want to sort of swap and change and fit a DSLR on there or something to keep the puck, because then you can sort of just take your scope on and off by undoing the dovetail and work that way. But if you're just going to use it for guiding, then I would recommend that you take the puck away and just fit your scope rings directly to the plate with a small dovetail. Am I happy with it? Absolutely, 100%. This is a piece of kit that I really, really love. So a big thanks to Bernard at Monad Astronomy, and once again, thanks for watching.